Greek mythology's mythical dragons. The fearsome Typhon. In the early days of the world, when gods and monsters roamed the earth, there was a fearsome creature known as Typhon, a dragon-like being of immense power and malevolence. Born from the primordial forces that shaped the cosmos, Typhon was unlike any other creature that had come before. With a body that was a twisted amalgamation of serpentine coils and monstrous limbs, and eyes that glowed like molten lava, Typhon struck terror into the hearts of both mortals and immortals. Typhon's origins were shrouded in mystery. Some said he was the offspring of Gaia, the earth, and Tartarus, the deepest abyss of the underworld. Others whispered that he was the offspring of the Titans, those ancient deities who had been overthrown by the Olympian gods. Regardless of his origins, Typhon's power was unmatched, and he was determined to challenge the supremacy of the Olympian gods themselves. Zeus, the king of the gods, had long been aware of Typhon's existence and had heard the whispers of his impending uprising. Fearing the dragon's might, Zeus gathered the other gods to discuss a plan of action. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, proposed a bold strategy to trap Typhon beneath the smoking mountains of Sicily. This plan was embraced by the gods, and preparations were made to confront the monstrous threat. As Typhon stirred in his dark lair beneath the earth, he sensed the gods' intentions and was filled with a furious rage. He erupted from the depths with a deafening roar that shook the heavens and caused the oceans to churn. Typhon's serpentine coils stretched across the land, and his fiery breath scorched the earth, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. The Olympian gods assembled on Mount Olympus, ready to face the challenge that Typhon posed. Zeus brandished his thunderbolts. Poseidon gripped his trident, and Athena armed herself with her aegis. The air crackled with tension as the two sides prepared for the inevitable clash. Typhon's approach was heralded by storms of unparalleled fury. Lightning danced across the sky, and the earth trembled beneath his monstrous footsteps. As he neared Mount Olympus, the gods unleashed their powers, hurling bolts of lightning, summoning tidal waves, and casting powerful spells. But Typhon's resilience was astounding. He shrugged off their attacks, his scales proving impenetrable, and his roars drowning out the gods' shouts. The battle raged on for days, each side displaying their incredible might. The earth shook, and the heavens rumbled as the clash of titanic forces reverberated across the cosmos. Athena's clever strategies and Apollo's brilliant arrows seemed to have little effect on Typhon's overwhelming strength. The gods' initial confidence wavered as they realized they faced a foe unlike any they had encountered before. Just when all seemed lost, Zeus drew upon his deepest reserves of power. Channeling the very essence of the sky, he hurled his mightiest thunderbolt directly at Typhon's heart. The impact was cataclysmic, sending shockwaves through the land and sea. Typhon's roars turned to anguished cries as his body convulsed, racked by the divine energy coursing through him. His fiery breath faltered, and his once mighty coils crumbled. As Typhon's enormous form collapsed to the earth, a deep silence settled over the battlefield. The gods stood victorious but weary, their forms battered and bruised from the fierce battle. With a final surge of energy, Zeus summoned powerful winds to carry Typhon's broken body to the smoking mountains of Sicily, fulfilling Athena's strategy. There beneath the earth, Typhon was imprisoned, his rage and power sealed away for eternity. The battle against Typhon became a legendary tale, a testament to the strength of the Olympian gods and their unity in the face of unimaginable odds. It was a reminder to all that even the mightiest of foes could be defeated through courage, strategy, and the unbreakable bonds of fellowship. And so, the story of Typhon, the fearsome dragon of Greek mythology, became etched into the annals of history, a tale of triumph over adversity that would be retold for generations to come. guardian of the golden apples, Ladon. In the heart of the mythical garden of the Hesperides, where the air was perfumed with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the sunlight filtered through the leaves of ancient trees, lived a dragon named Ladon. Unlike the terrifying and malevolent creatures often associated with dragons, Ladon was a guardian of unparalleled beauty and grace, a creature woven into the fabric of Greek mythology. Ladon's tale began with the goddess Hera, queen of the gods and wife of Zeus. She had been gifted a tree bearing golden apples by Gaia, the earth itself, as a wedding gift. These apples possessed the power to grant immortality to whoever ate them, and Hera treasured them beyond measure. To ensure their safety, she entrusted Ladon with the task of guarding the tree day and night, a duty the dragon embraced with unwavering dedication. Ladon was not like the fire-breathing dragons of terror and destruction. Instead, he was a serpentine creature, covered in shimmering scales that reflected the colors of the earth and sky. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and his sinuous form was both elegant and mesmerizing. He slithered through branches of the tree, his movements as graceful as a dance, and his mere presence exuded an aura of tranquility that transformed the garden into a haven of serenity. For centuries, Ladon carried out his duty without complaint. He would coil around the tree's trunk, his eyes vigilant as he watched over the precious golden apples. The melodies of his soft hissing were like soothing lullabies that echoed through the garden, a constant reminder of his watchful presence. As time passed, tales of Ladon's beauty and loyalty spread beyond the boundaries of the garden. Heroes and adventurers, driven by a desire for glory and immortality, sought to seize the golden apples for themselves. They braved perilous journeys, faced mythical beasts, and endured treacherous trials to reach the garden and confront the dragon. Heracles, known to the Romans as Hercules, was one such hero. Driven by his 12 labors, he embarked on a quest to obtain one of the coveted golden apples. Armed with his legendary strength and courage, Heracles journeyed to the garden of the Hesperides, determined to claim his prize. Upon reaching the garden, Heracles was met by the sight of Ladon, his radiant form glinting in the dappled sunlight. Yet, instead of attacking the dragon, Heracles recognized the beauty and nobility within Ladon. He understood that the dragon's loyalty was not to be broken by brute force. Rather than engaging in a battle, Heracles sought an alternative solution. Using his wit and cunning, Heracles devised a plan to distract Ladon while he attempted to take an apple. He called upon Atlas, the Titan who held up the sky, to temporarily relieve him of his burden and fetch an apple from the tree. In return, Heracles agreed to bear the weight of the heavens for a short time. With the cooperation of the Titan, Heracles managed to retrieve one of the golden apples without directly confronting Ladon. As Heracles left the garden with his prize, Ladon watched with a mixture of curiosity and resignation. He had fulfilled his role as guardian, and even though the hero had outwitted him, Ladon's loyalty remained steadfast. News of Heracles' success and Ladon's magnanimity spread throughout the land. The dragon's reputation transformed from a mere guardian into that of a wise and honorable being. He became a symbol of the harmony that could exist between humans and mythical creatures, an embodiment of the complex relationship between strength and compassion. After Heracles' departure, Ladon continued to watch over the garden of the Hesperides, his presence a source of solace and wonder for all who encountered him. His story served as a reminder that even in the realm of mythical creatures, there existed shades of virtue and honor beyond the stereotypes. And so, the tale of Ladon, the serpentine guardian of the golden apples, became intertwined with the tapestry of Greek mythology. His legacy lived on, not as a fearsome monster, but as a creature of elegance and grace, a sentinel of both the earthly and divine realms, a true guardian of the treasures that lay hidden within the garden of the Hesperides. The mighty Python. In the ancient world of Greek mythology, among the whispered tales of gods and monsters, one creature stood as both a guardian and a source of dread. The mighty Python, born of the primeval forces that shaped the cosmos. Python was a serpent of colossal size and unparalleled strength. Its coiled body stretched across the land like a living fortress. Python's origins were woven into the very fabric of the earth. Gaia, the primordial goddess of the earth herself, had given birth to this creature of immense power. With scales that shimmered like polished stones and eyes that glowed with the fire of the underworld, Python's form embodied the raw majesty of the natural world. As Python grew, its very presence became a force that defined the landscapes it inhabited. Its body twisted through dark forests, around towering mountains, and across untamed rivers. The earth trembled beneath its weight, and the winds carried whispers of its name. Python, the guardian of sacred places and keeper of hidden treasures. Python's significance reached its zenith when it settled near the sacred oracle of Delphi, a place where mortals sought the guidance of the divine. The oracle, nestled within the rugged mountains and surrounded by lush valleys, was a conduit between the human realm and the gods. Its priestess, the Pythia, was believed to channel prophecies and insights from Apollo, the god of light and music. However, Python's presence near the oracle was not just a happenstance occurrence. It was a manifestation of an ancient rivalry, a clash of divinities with their own agendas. Python's claim on the land was an affront to Apollo, who sought to assert his dominion over the region. The god's quest for influence led to a dramatic confrontation, a conflict that would shape the destiny of Python and the oracle itself. Apollo, armed with his radiant bow and arrows that sang with celestial power, approached the oracle of Delphi with determination burning in his eyes. He recognized the oracle's potential as a conduit for his own prophecies, a way to channel his divine wisdom through mortal lips. Yet to achieve this, he needed to remove the obstacle that was Python. The clash that followed was epic, a battle between the god of light and a serpent of primordial darkness. Apollo's arrows pierced the air, each one aiming to strike at Python's heart. But Python's scales proved impenetrable, and its coils deflected the arrows with a mere rustle. The earth shook and the skies rumbled as the two powers clashed, their might echoing across the cosmos. Yet, despite Apollo's divine strength, Python's connection to the earth granted it a resilience that was difficult to overcome. The battle raged for days, with neither side relenting. Python's roars reverberated through the mountains, and Apollo's arrows lit up the skies with their brilliance. The oracle itself seemed to hold its breath, caught between the powers that sought dominion. As the conflict reached its zenith, Apollo realized that he needed to approach the situation from a different angle. Harnessing his talents as the god of music, he played a melody on his lyre that resonated with the very heartbeat of the earth. The harmonious strains carried a soothing power that began to weaken Python's defenses. As Python's guard wavered, Apollo seized the moment. With a final, powerful arrow imbued with the essence of his music, he pierced Python's heart. The serpent's form trembled, its once mighty coils unwinding as it collapsed to the earth. The skies cleared and the air felt lighter as the battle came to an end. Python's defeat marked a turning point for the Oracle of Delphi. Apollo's victory allowed him to claim the oracle as a sacred site dedicated to his wisdom and prophecies. The Pythia, once a mere priestess, became an oracle of Apollo, her words carrying his divine insights to those who sought guidance. Yet, even in death, Python's legacy endured. Its name became synonymous with the power of the earth, a reminder that even the mightiest of beings could be humbled by the forces of nature. The Oracle of Delphi thrived, a testament to the complex relationship between gods and mortals, and the delicate balance of power that shaped the mythic world. And so, the story of Python, the colossal serpent and guardian of the oracle, became woven into the fabric of Greek mythology. Its tale embodied the themes of rivalry, transformation, and the intricate interplay between the divine and the natural. As the oracle's prophecies continued to guide the course of human history, Python's name echoed through the ages, a reminder of the extraordinary creatures that once walked the realm of gods and mortals. Hydra of Lerna. In the heart of the sprawling marshes near the ancient town of Lerna, a monstrous creature known as the Hydra lay in wait. Born of ancient primordial forces, the Hydra was a creature of nightmare and legend, a fearsome serpent with multiple heads and an insatiable hunger for destruction. Its story, one of heroic challenges and dark enchantment, became etched into the annals of Greek mythology. The Hydra's lair was a place of murky waters and twisted reeds, a labyrinthine maze where the creature could lurk unseen. Its serpentine bodies coiled and writhed amidst the shadows, and its heads, each more sinister than the last, rose high into the air. The mere sight of the Hydra struck terror into the hearts of mortals, for its breath carried the stench of death and decay. According to legend, the Hydra was the offspring of Typhon and Echidna, a monstrous union that gave birth to a brood of dreadful creatures. The Hydra was the most formidable among them, and its very existence posed a dire threat to the world. With venom that could corrode even the strongest armor and the ability to grow 2 new heads for every one that was severed, the Hydra was nearly invincible. It was Heracles, the mighty son of Zeus, who was tasked with confronting the Hydra as part of his 12 labors. As he ventured into the treacherous marshes, Heracles armed himself with a sword and a shield, ready to face the creature that had terrorized the land. His heart was resolute, his determination unyielding as he approached the lair of the Hydra. As Heracles ventured deeper into the labyrinthine marshes, the air grew heavy with foreboding. The slithering sounds of the Hydra echoed through the reeds, a chilling melody that filled the hero with both dread and determination. He emerged into a small clearing where the Hydra's lair lay shrouded in mist. The Hydra's heads, each adorned with gnashing fangs and eyes that gleamed with malice, rose from the waters to face the approaching hero. Heracles met their gaze without flinching, his grip tightening on his sword. The battle that ensued was one of epic proportions, a clash of divine strength against a force born from the depths of chaos. Heracles swung his sword with precision, aiming to sever the monstrous heads of the Hydra. Yet as he cleaved through one neck, 2 more sprouted in its place. The creature's venomous breath seared his flesh, and its coils threatened to entangle him in a deadly embrace. But Heracles fought on, undaunted by the Hydra's regenerative abilities. Realizing that brute force alone would not secure victory, Heracles called upon his wits and strategy. With each swing of his sword, he seared the stumps of the Hydra's necks, preventing them from regrowing. He dispatched his nephew Iolaus to bring him a flaming torch, and together they cauterized the wounds, preventing new heads from forming. With each severed head, the Hydra's power waned. The creature's hissing cries grew weaker, its struggles more feeble. Heracles battled on, his determination unwavering until at last only a single head remained. It was then that Heracles faced an unexpected twist in the battle. Hera, the goddess who had nurtured her hatred for Heracles due to his divine lineage, had sent a giant crab to aid the Hydra. The crab, with its armored shell and menacing pincers, emerged from the marshes to challenge Heracles. The hero, now weary from his prolonged battle with the Hydra, faced this new adversary with grim resolve. Though the crab's pincers snapped with incredible force, Heracles managed to crush the creature under his foot, ending its threat. With the crab defeated, he turned his attention back to the Hydra's final head. With one powerful swing, Heracles severed the last remnant of the creature's terrible existence, its blood mingling with the dark waters of the marsh. As the Hydra's lifeless body slumped to the ground, the marshes seemed to sigh in relief. Heracles stood victorious, his body battered and his spirit triumphant. He had overcome a creature born of chaos and darkness, using not only his strength, but also his intelligence and strategy. News of Heracles' victory spread far and wide, becoming a tale of heroism that inspired generations. The Hydra, once a symbol of dread and destruction, became a testament to the power of perseverance and cunning. It was a reminder that even the most daunting challenges could be overcome with determination and resourcefulness. And so, the legend of the Hydra of Lerna lived on, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lurked in the shadows and the heroes who rose to face them. Its serpentine form and regenerating heads remained etched in memory, a testament to the indomitable spirit of mortal and immortal alike. Dragon of Colchis. In the distant land of Colchis, nestled between the rugged mountains and the azure shores of the Black Sea, a fearsome creature known as the Dragon of Colchis held its dominion. Born from the shadows of ancient myths and nurtured by the rich tapestry of legends, this dragon was no mere beast of scales and fire. It was a guardian of a coveted treasure and a symbol of the power of magic. The tale of the Dragon of Colchis began with a quest of valor and desire. Jason, a young and brave hero, embarked on a perilous journey with a crew of skilled adventurers known as the Argonauts. Their mission was to retrieve the legendary Golden Fleece, a shimmering artifact said to possess miraculous powers, from the heart of Colchis. Cochise was no ordinary realm. Its landscapes were as varied as the stories that echoed through its valleys. Dark forests whispered secrets, and mystical rivers flowed like veins of magic. The land was ruled by King Hades, a powerful sorcerer known for his command over both mortal and supernatural forces. In a cave deep within the rugged mountains, the Dragon of Colchis lay coiled around the Golden Fleece, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Its scales shimmered like molten gold, a fitting reflection of the treasure it fiercely guarded. The dragon's breath was said to be infused with potent enchantments, capable of turning those who inhaled it into stone. As the Argonauts approached the cave, their hearts weighed heavy with both determination and caution. Jason, their leader, knew that the dragon would not relinquish the Golden Fleece without a formidable challenge. He also understood that brute force alone would not suffice. The dragon's magic was too potent, its defenses too formidable. In a bold and daring move, Jason approached the sorceress Medea, the daughter of King Hades. Medea possessed powers of her own, an adeptness in the art of magic that had been passed down through generations. Her heart was moved by Jason's bravery, and she agreed to assist him in his quest. Armed with Medea's guidance and her powerful spells, Jason faced the Dragon of Colchis with newfound determination. He understood that he needed to engage the dragon's magic on its own terms, to outwit and outmaneuver it, rather than face it head-on. Medea's enchantments created illusions and distractions, allowing Jason to evade the dragon's fiery breath and the hypnotic gaze of its eyes. The battle that unfolded was not one of physical might, but of wits and strategy. Jason's sword clashed against the dragon's scales, while Medea's spells intertwined with the creature's magic. The very air crackled with the clash of forces as the hero and the dragon engaged in a dance of power and cunning. At a critical moment, Medea cast a spell that blinded the dragon, temporarily robbing it of its ability to perceive its surroundings. Jason seized this opportunity and, with a swift and precise strike, managed to sever one of the dragon's heads. As the dragon roared in agony, Jason pressed forward, his resolve unshaken. With each severed head, the dragon's magic waned and its defenses crumbled. The cave was filled with the echoes of its roars, which gradually gave way to anguished cries. As the last head fell, the Dragon of Colchis lay still, its once mighty form now inert. Jason stood victorious, his sword at his side and his breath ragged. The cave was filled with a heavy silence, broken only by the sound of his pounding heart. He turned to Medea, a mixture of exhaustion and triumph in his eyes. The sorceress nodded, her gaze reflecting the weight of their shared ordeal. Together, they approached the now lifeless dragon and retrieved the Golden Fleece. Its luminescence seemed to dance in the dim light of the cave, casting a warm glow that contrasted with the cold aura of the dragon's magic. The artifact held an air of mystery and power, a relic that was both treasure and testament to their triumph. With the golden fleece in their possession, Jason and Medea departed from the cave, their footsteps echoing through the corridors of myth. As they emerged into the sunlight, they carried with them the legacy of their encounter with the dragon of Colchis, a tale of courage, strategy, and the complexities of navigating the realms of magic and power. And so, the story of the dragon of Colchis joined the constellation of Greek myths, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the allure of the unknown. The dragon's legacy was not only one of terror and power, but also of vulnerability and transformation. It became a reminder that even the most formidable of creatures could be outwitted, and that true strength often lay in the realm of strategy and cooperation. Ismenian Serpent. In the heart of ancient Greece, nestled between the rolling hills and verdant valleys, lay the city of Thebes. This city, with its rich history and storied legends, was also home to a fearsome and enigmatic creature known as the Ismenian Serpent. Born from the tales of old and woven into the fabric of Greek mythology, the serpent story is one of mystery, heroism, and the timeless struggle between man and beast. The Ismenian Serpent's origins were veiled in myth and speculation. Some said it was a creature born from the blood of the fallen monster Typhon, while others whispered that it was an offspring of the primordial sea deities. Regardless of its lineage, the serpent's presence near the city of Thebes was both a symbol of awe and dread. The serpent's lair was a place of shadow and echoes, a cavern deep within the rocky cliffs that surrounded Thebes. Its scales gleamed like polished bronze, reflecting the hues of the sun as it filtered through the narrow crevices. Its eyes, however, were like two orbs of darkness, gleaming with an eerie light that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to venture near. The people of Thebes lived in a constant state of trepidation, for the Ismenian Serpent was known to emerge from its lair and prowl the lands, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Its mere presence invoked a sense of helplessness, as its formidable strength and size were enough to subdue any mortal who crossed its path. In the midst of this era of fear and uncertainty, a hero named Cadmus arrived in Thebes. Cadmus was a warrior of renown, but his journey had been fraught with trials and misfortune. Guided by divine forces and armed with courage, he sought to find his place in the world and make a mark on history. Cadmus's arrival in Thebes coincided with the serpent's emergence from its lair, its sinuous form winding through the fields and forests. The city's residents trembled in fear as they watched the creature's approach, its monstrous head raised high, its eyes glinting with menace. The Ismenian Serpent seemed to embody the very essence of chaos, a reminder that the world could be both breathtakingly beautiful and terrifyingly savage. Cadmus, however, refused to succumb to fear. Drawing his sword and with a heart steeled by determination, he confronted the serpent. The battle that ensued was a clash of titanic proportions, a dance of man and beast where each movement was imbued with the weight of myth. Cadmus's blade struck true, but the serpent's scales proved almost impenetrable, and its venomous fangs were a constant threat. Yet, as the battle raged on, Cadmus's courage began to inspire others. The people of Thebes watched in awe as the hero refused to yield, his every blow a testament to his unwavering resolve. With each strike, the serpent's movements grew sluggish, and its once menacing gaze dimmed. In a final, desperate surge of strength, Cadmus managed to pierce the serpent's hide, his sword finding a vulnerable spot beneath its scales. The creature's mighty body convulsed, its roars of agony echoing through the hills. With a final shuddering breath, the Ismenian Serpent collapsed to the ground, its once gleaming eyes now vacant. The city of Thebes erupted in a mixture of relief and jubilation. Cadmus, standing amidst the wreckage of his battle, was hailed as a hero. The serpent's demise symbolized the triumph of humanity over nature's most ferocious creations, and its legacy became a story told around firesides and in market squares for generations to come. In the aftermath of his victory, Cadmus was given a new purpose: to build a city that would stand as a testament to his heroism. Guided by divine providence, he sowed the teeth of the serpent into the earth. And from those seeds, armed men sprang forth. These warriors, known as the Spartois, were the foundation of Thebes' new beginning. As the city of Thebes flourished, its people looked back on the tale of the Ismenian Serpent with a mixture of reverence and nostalgia. The serpent had been a formidable adversary, a creature that had tested the limits of human courage and resilience. Its legacy, however, was not one of fear alone. It had become a symbol of the extraordinary feats that could be achieved through determination and unity. And so, the story of the Ismenian Serpent became an indelible part of Greek mythology, a reminder of the age-old struggle between man and nature. The serpent's lair, once a place of dread, eventually faded into legend, and its name lived on as a testament to the trials and triumphs that shaped the destiny of Thebes and its people. The dragons of Greek mythology, with their fierce demeanor and awe-inspiring presence, serve as a reminder of the boundless depths of human creativity and the enduring power of mythical creatures. Their stories inspire us to confront our fears, embrace our inner strength, and navigate the ever-changing tapestry of life with courage and resilience. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of video, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get notified whenever we post a new video.